I've searched depression song in YouTube at 3 a.m. more times than I can remember. And what I found there changed something in me, but not in the way I expected, and not in a way I can fully explain even now. It was late, it was dark, not because the lights were off, but because something felt wrong, and I couldn't name it. And for some reason at that hour, my brain decided to open YouTube and search for something that might sound like what I was feeling. I could have searched literally anything else, but I chose this, voluntarily. I came for the music, but I stayed for the comments. And they were there, hundreds of them. People typing things at 3 a.m., 4 a.m., sometimes just listed as 2 years ago, like the hour no longer mattered. Only the fact that they were there at all.
I hope tomorrow feels a little lighter. I feel like a failure at everything. I'm just tired.
I read all of them. And I felt something I didn't expect, which was closeness. A strange, embarrassing closeness to people whose faces I'd never see, and whose names I'd never know. And I kept thinking about that, how I couldn't say any of this to my actual friends, how the people I could name, the ones who knew my face, were somehow further away than the strangers typing into the dark. Years of friendship, shared meals, inside jokes, and a stranger typing from a different time zone understood me better. Great, very normal. This was one of the worst periods of my life. Nothing went the way I planned, and it left me with that heavy, hollow feeling where you just stare at the ceiling for hours. I was certain I had hit the lowest it could get, that this was the floor. I was so confident about it, almost proud, like I'd finally achieved something. Now I know that's not how it works. Because I'm sitting here in 2026 and it's worse. Not dramatically worse, just quietly, persistently worse in a way that makes that version of me, the one reading YouTube comments at 3 a.m. thinking, this is my rock bottom, almost seem lucky. Life, it turns out, is very committed to proving you wrong. And I keep thinking about those strangers in the comment section, the ones who type, I hope tomorrow feels a little lighter. I wonder where they are now. Whether the floor they were standing on turned out to be the lowest as expected, or whether life had more basement levels waiting for them too. I'll never know. And that's the thing about that kind of closeness. It's real while it lasts, and then the bed closes. But maybe, just maybe, you're one of them. Maybe you're watching this the way I read those comments. Not because you went looking for an answer, but because something felt off. And you needed to know someone else noticed too. So, I want to ask you something, and I mean it without any drama. Where are you right now? Not in life, not in your 5-year plan, just right now. Tonight. Is this your 3 a.m.? Is this what you've decided is your floor? Or are you somewhere further along, in a better place, looking back at a version of yourself you thought was at the bottom? I don't know your answer, and I'm not sure it matters that I do. What I do know is that at 3 a.m., nobody in that comment section was offering solutions. They were just there, no judging, just typing into the same dark. And something about that was enough to keep the night from being only theirs. And maybe that's all this is too.